Karoti vachalam pungam langayate grim yatkripathamaham vande Sri Gurum Deenadharanam. Namashreshtam manumapi Sachiputram atra swarupam rupam tasyagrajam. Urupurim Madurim Goshtavatim Radhakundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasam. Prapto yasya pratigva Sri Gurum tam natosmi. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरञ्जस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाके चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च। श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सागन रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जय राम सुरदव पंगोर मम मंद मतेर्गति मत सर्वस्य पादांबोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्यत वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमत् रत्नाकारो सिंहासनौस्तौ श्रीमत् राधा श्रील गोविंद देवो प्रेस्ते लिबि सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि श्रीमान रासरसारंभी वंशी वटतटस्थित कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रेयस्तिनः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वर्षभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our classes. Today we are going to talk about which will benefit women more, the mental work or physical work. So we are discussing Sri Dharma duties. Sri Dharma means the duties of women and how by doing our duties we can advance in Krishna consciousness, right? By remaining a perfect lady, by remaining a nice three, then how we can advance in spiritual life. That is our general thing. So now, today, how this physical work or mental work? Generally, women's duty is there, men's duty are there. Whether somebody is men or women, both should do physical work. Both should have physical work so that they can keep the mental health and physical health nicely. For both men and women, physical work is very important. But because of the modern era, modern advancements, man made everything for everything mission, for everything. Everything is done by the machine. Like they invented such things that we don't need any human efforts for both and men and women. In a family, in a grahastha ashram, men has different duty, women has different duty, and we focus only on women. We are not focusing on men, prabhus. So the duties the women has, as per Sri Dharma Paddhati, brooming, cleaning, washing, cooking, taking care of children, doing rangoli, making garlands, stitching, knitting, all these things are physical work. So all these physical works make you very strong. Very strong. And naturally, like we are doing yoga, Patanjali yoga, to keep fit, right? Yoga. But all these household chores in the Vedic system are natural yogas. You need not keep 1 hour, 2 hour for yoga, but the daily activities make a woman perfect. So they don't have mental worries or they don't have physical health issues. Now we have unlimited health issues because we are not bending forward, we are not walking, we are not sitting down also. Everything on the table, everything on the standing position, everything on the sofa. So everything in a minute, right? So all these things made the life easy, but the consequence we are seeing now, different disease, different kinds of disease and distress also. So slowly we will cover many topics, many points in this area. So mental work, see now the modern system made that everybody go for education and go for a table work and earn more money, and the life will be like this. You buy, call somebody and then get the food in the house, or go to the supermarket, ready to buy, ready to eat them and eat. Make the life easy, but you focus more on, your mind, your mental work, earn more money, but no health or no peace. No health or no peace. I see that our system, olden system, was very good, even either in South India or in North India. In South India, we used to grind for idli in hand. I remember because even after completing college, I used to come home and then grind idli batter every day fresh. Now they invented fridge, so you grind more batter and keep it in the fridge, which is again very bad for health. You grind and keep it in the fridge. Both are very bad for health. So the man invented so many things which will affect the human health, and human health is affected. So they are degrading. Instead of having a peaceful life, we are not having a peaceful life because of health issues and other issues, because mind, body, all these things are disturbed. Yes, disturbed. And above that, we have this mobile phones and internet, which is affecting our health. So, as I said, women has basic duties. Most of our devotee women think that, chanting japa, going to temple, Mangalarti, but don't do the household chores. They don't do household chores, thinking that, this is menial. If you don't do the household chores, many think that doing household chores, no, but better I will chant, I will attend Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. I have seen some Matajis, they keep maids and cooks and they do Bhakti Vaibhav course, Sastri course. Because they don't have, if you go to this class and classes, you don't have time to do household course. So they keep somebody and then do these courses, but house is hanging around. Children are hanging around. So we need to, studying Shastra is very good. But doing the household chores is also very important for our spiritual development. We should think that the chores are also devotional service. We have deities at home. We have altar at home. Everybody has altar at home. And we offer whatever we cook to the deities, to the Lord. So house is also a temple, and here we need to do works for the Supreme Lord. So we should, many ladies have the illusion that, brooming in house is not a service, but brooming in temple is a service. Yes. So one Mataji got a service in the temple of washing the plates of the Supreme Lord. And that is nice. We should wash the Supreme Lord's plate. Correct. But we should wash the plates at home also. Correct, no? We should wash here also. So washing utensils at home is also important. like what doing some service, um, doing some service in the temple. So both should be done. If you have more physical strength, you should do more service. More service makes you bliss. Physical service. How the physical service, there is I have taught many Matajis about this Sri Dharma Paddhati. In the Sri Dharma Paddhati, it is mentioned that once you get up early morning, you broom the outside area of the house. There is no independent house now. We all have apartments, and there is no system that we clean outside and make rangoli because we are living in the apartment system. If we have an independent house where we have a mud road where we can put rangoli, yeah, putting rangoli is very good. That too in the early morning time, and opening after taking bath, all these things, and opening the altar, lighting the lamp. All these things are very important for women. And by doing this, we forget that by engaging the body in the household chores, we forget the bodily things. Because we have to come to the point that I am not the body. How we can come to this point that I am not the body? By engaging the body in services. The first lesson we learn in Bhagavad Gita is not theory. When we apply that practically in our life by serving, by doing all the household duties, we forget that we are the body. So we should keep engaged in different services in the house itself. Keep engaging ourselves in the different services helps us to improve our health and helps us to grow in spiritual life also. This is how a woman can grow in spiritual life. For women, I have seen that those who are very lazy ladies, what do? They chant and they read books, but they don't do any work. What happens is their mind is affected because devotional service. See, Prabhupada translate bhakti as a devotional service, not devotion. Devotional service is a verb, not a noun. What is the difference between verb and noun? Noun is just a word, right? A name. But when you apply practically, then it becomes verb, right? Devotion is name, but devotional service is verb. So, this devotional service means physically we have to act very actively engage ourselves in making garlands for the Supreme Lord, cooking for the Lord, cleaning for the Lord. We should consider that whatever work we do in the house is to please the Supreme Lord. When we do that, we are peaceful. Okay. But what happens to the modern society? The modern society, girls are highly qualified and they don't have time to do household chores. And they go for work and they don't have time in the house. So I have seen that Matajis, they cook in the weekends. Saturday, Sunday, they have time. They cook for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday. For the full week, they cook and they write also Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like that. They write and they keep the food in the fridge and they take it out and heat it. And then, so these things are very, very, very bad for health. So some may ask that the whole world is like that. How we can change? Some working women may ask, oh, whole world is like this. If we are, if we have a chance if you have a chance that you have a good husband, if you have a chance that if you have a good family who doesn't require you go out and earn money, please don't do that. Earn money through your mental work. Some Matajis have physical work also, like like this nurse, the job of a nurse, or some other jobs. They need a physical strain also. Teacher, they have to speak a lot, or some other working jobs where you have to, pack things or do some things. All these things are physical work also. So unless if you don't have a financial stress on you, better you remain, even if you are not very financially sound, but if you can learn how to live a simple life. If you learn how to live a simple life, you can avoid working outside, because the working outside, I have seen, it's using their mind. The mind work is detrimental to the health, but physical work is very, very good for your health and happiness. That when you are stressed out, but when you do says, see, I have seen my mother-in-law, when she faces some mental stress, she used to tell me that, I start my big huge cleaning in the house. Then, all my mental worries goes out. She used to tell me, and I never understood it. But when I practically applied those things, that was working wonders. This we see in the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chetodarpana Marjanam means cleaning the heart by cleaning the temple. This is the pastime which teaches us that by doing physically cleaning the temple, physically cleaning the house, physically doing some work, cleans our heart also. This is the pastime, especially if you deeply understand the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He takes out the big stones, he takes out the small stones, he takes out then, by brooming, then by pouring water. So similarly, in our heart, we have big, big kleshas, big, big problems and small problems, and strong problems which will not go out, but that can be removed by engaging ourselves in different services. So now we come to the even more points that nowadays women doesn't have any work, right? They do everything. The washing machine is washing clothes, and we hire people for other works, and all these things. What happened is the women is like, she has to sit down, mop the floor, uh, don't use the stick, sit down and mop the floor, and sieve, and then grind the batter, or put rangoli. All these things engages the body rightly, so that she maintains her good health. And because of this good health, she can produce, she can deliver the babies normally. Now if you see that in India, I don't know about Western countries, they in one benefit in West is that the labor is very expensive. So in foreign countries, one has to do their household chores and other chores, so which keep them better than the Indians. In India, you can hire people for work, for all the works. You can hire cheaper way. So most of us, me also, I'm not saying I don't have a washing machine, or I don't have a servant maid. Duty age. But when I was young, for your kind information, when I was young, I did all the household chores. I did, even I didn't have washing machine. I washed the clothes by hand, and I broomed. I did wipe the floor. I did rangoli. All these things I have done. But due to busy spiritual activities, I have some helpers because of also the age factor. Generally, when we are young, we should do all the household chores, which will help us to have a good health. Good health. So nowadays, you see that all the girls, most of the girls, they cannot deliver normal. So here in Mayapur, we have a system that because devotees know all good health tips. Devotees, they do home deliveries in Mayapur because in Mayapur is a dham. So devotees want the children should be born in Mayapur so that they are called as dhamvasis. Like materialistic people, if they want to deliver their children in America, so that they become American citizen. That is for sense gratification. America is the you know high attraction in the material world for comforts and lifestyle and quality. So many even Indians they go there and then produce their children there, and the children become citizens of America. Once you take birth in America, then you are America Damvasi. But devotees, opposite to non-devotees, devotees they want to produce their children in Mayapur, also in Vrindavan. So they some nice midwives who are trained in this devotees, devotee midwives. They come to the house and they do the home delivery part. I have, I have come, I am living here in Mayapur for more than 10 years. But, after my childbirth, I came here. So I had no opportunity for this. But I have seen all these young ladies, they undergo labor. And those ladies who don't do household chores, who don't bend forward or sit or physically active, I have seen that they can't deliver normally. Some other reasons are also there, age factor, and many other reasons are also there. But the main reason is the body is not flexible. If the body is not flexible, that normal delivery will not happen. And because of cesarean, we have lifelong side effects of back pain and knee pain, and one cannot be very active. I was also like, these things were not taught me when I was young. So I was also suffered a cesarean C-section, and now I have health issues. Though I'm a motivated person to do household chores. But after this little bit, now in my little, because of this age factor, I couldn't do, but still I would like to do. So my dear ladies, if you understand the secrets of happiness, secrets of physical work, you will love to do it. You will love to do it. Because this gives you all benefits. All benefits. You need not go to doctor for anything. You can keep your health by doing only household chores. Isn't it nice? And you can engage yourself also properly. The time will be nicely engaged. You will be engaged. You can utilize your time so that the mobile watching time will be reduced. You cook for your family. You offer it to the Lord. You make garland to the Lord. You make rangoli to the Lord. Huh? You stitch. You stitch your clothes. So all these things, make you very happy, and your health will be perfect. Like if you are a young lady, mostly I invite young ladies to this class. If you are a young lady, you can deliver normally and you can produce more children. Producing more children is very, very important because we give being devotees, we give the children opportunity, an opportunity to become devotees. So those devotees who, those devotees who didn't achieve their perfection have to come back here to devotees family. So girls should think that I should produce more children. But if you go for cesarean, then it's one or two is possible. So if you keep your health fit, this is a big service to the society. If you produce more Krishna conscious children, all become devotees, all serve the mission of Prabhupada. Imagine how nice it will be. Nice, no? So this is the biggest service, but One should not mistake this. Producing children and make them devotee is our biggest service. Women can do this service to the society, because imagine if a Mataji produced 4 or 5 children, and all the children became very good devotees. How much is tremendous changes they do in the society. They become leaders, they become brahmanas, they become preachers, they become good human beings, which is very much lacking in this society now. They watch mobile, they watch internet and take all dirty things inside, and they corrupt themselves and corrupt the society also. So by keeping fit and producing children normally should also be our women's goal. Why it is failing? Because we don't do physical work. Why it is why the mental work affects the health? For example, women are not fit to do some management work, or some work which makes her to do decisions, because women are not very uh, capable in making decisions. That's why women should be protected always, and women should be kept like a precious item within the house, and she should be protected. That's why Shastra says that she should not unnecessarily go out alone. That's why it is preached that we should not go out for our earning, except if your situation is very bad. Financial condition is very bad for such women, I say that you go and work. Otherwise, if you have enough of things, better you remain at home, serve the Lord, serve the family. In that way, you can keep yourself peaceful. Because once the woman goes out, she has lots of challenges, facing different men. So all these things are like, for example, if a woman is a corporate CEO, okay, corporate CEO, she has to take up so much mental tension to complete the project, complete this, complete that, which is not women's nature at all. Women should be peaceful, happy, cooking rice, dal, sabji, and making idli better, making dosas and chutneys. That should be our thing. But if you have target, these men can do it. Men can do it. Or target date, I have to complete this project. That mental strength is given in the nature of men itself. Men, if you see that men are, if somebody dies, who cries more? Women cry more. But men, if you see that men are like, they are mentally strong. They don't cry like women, and they don't become emotional. Yeah, they understand the pain may be there, but they don't react like women. So that means the women are mentally weak generally. That's why they can be easily cheated. So the Vedic system divided the duties. In the house, the earning part, the financial part is done by the men. But the physical part, like men also have to do physical work, like, like lifting the heavy things, and, carrying, lifting heavy things and breaking things. So, driving. So, such heavy duties men should also do, so that they also keep fit, like some cutting trees and working in the garden. Garden work, women can also join a little bit. So, men also should do some physical work, otherwise, they will also become physically weak. So, if we want a perfect health, we need to do all the household chores. Then you will have a normal delivery, and you can produce. When you have a normal delivery, the children know, they make you run day and night. For that, you need to have good physical health. If you go to allopathy and take all medicines, antibiotics, this vaccinations, this injections, that injections, they all again detrimental to the health, which affects your health. so that you become weak physically and mentally irritable. So if you cannot handle children also. Nowadays, if we preach to the women that, you should produce more children, they say not possible. No, 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 no. They have more money than in previous times. They have more facility, more money, but still they are not able to handle because, there is a stress. No, 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 I cannot do. I cannot do. But, by to take care of children also, we need to have a better physical health. For that, we need to be very active. We should have enthusiasm first. First, we have to understand that the services are meant for me. If I do them with happily, if I do, then, I am the benefiter. I only get the benefits. So many women think that I have seen devotees generally also some are very enthusiastic in doing the cooking, cleaning, all these things. But some, they are very lazy. Especially in Mayapur, I have seen some Matajis. Here also, you can call Prasadam home. They go for Mangalarati, they chant 16 rounds, come home, sleep. Call Prasadam, Prasadam will come to you, eat and then do some other things. Some other thing. So, if we become lazy physically, that will disturb our devotional life also. We should be utsahat nishyat dhairya tadat karma pravartanat. So Rupa Goswami says in Upadeshamrita that to do devotional service, we should have enthusiasm. Wherever we go, we should serve devotees. We should, wash the pots. We should cook or we should cut vegetables. We should be enthusiastic to do services. If we don't have that, we become lazy and crazy. I have seen young ladies, they do courses, but they don't want to work. They do courses, but they don't want to serve. We do courses to serve only. The courses are given so that we serve more. So, but some devotees think that to do service, I should not take care of my child. I leave the child somewhere and I do service. I leave my husband and family, but I do service. That way it doesn't work. It doesn't work. First you take care of husband and his children. Then when you grow older, when you have more time, free time, that time you engage. So both should be the service in the temple, service in the house should be balanced. And you should have enthusiasm to do physical work also. That keeps you run. Okay, that helps you. So wherever you go, you please do physical work. You try to do physical work that keeps you, the mind will keep quiet. Otherwise, the mind disturbs you. Otherwise, what we do? We tell you nowadays, wherever you go, people are having mobile phones and looking at the mobile phones. Always, I have seen, always mobile phone. Do something with a mobile phone. We should keep away from mobile phone. So one Mataji, she never picks up my phones. And when she picks up the phone, then she says, Mataji, you only preach that, I should keep away from mobile phones. I say that at least when it rings, you should take up, When I call you for some emergencies, you should pick up. That's nice that you take. She has 3 children and she's very busy in the services. I understand her. And I appreciate her. And she says that my service is this. I learned from you only. So, but the devotees around her look at her in a very low way, saying that she's not serving in the temple. But she says, my service in the house. I have to take care of my husband and 3 children, 3 boys, grown-up boys. Then, service will be very high. But I'm very proud of her. Very proud of her, and this keeps her engaged in the household chores, and she's peaceful, and she doesn't do any prajalpa. So by doing I have seen some devotees' house. They here, especially in Mayapur, some they mostly, if you see them, generally you go in the morning for some work, they are there. You go in the evening, they are there. Somehow they spend most of the time in the temple. I don't know what they do. Most of the time you can see them there. Uh, but the problem is their house. I have seen their houses. The houses are very, very dirty. Very dirty. The bathrooms are very dirty. They don't take enough care to clean the bathroom, toilets, houses, and the cobwebs are there. All these things comes under the category of aparadh. If you keep the house untidy, then how Krishna will come to your house? Lakshmi ji will not prefer to come to your house if you have very dirty house. So how Lord will be pleased? Cleanliness is next to godliness. So we should engage in cleaning. Another important thing I wanted to tell devotees is that we do have everywhere the photos of the Supreme Lord. Yes, I have in my house. If you come in bedroom, in living room, in kitchen, because devotees also gift you all Krishna's photos, Krishna's this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's photo. Everywhere we get lots of gifts because we are devotees and we get Krishna only as gifts. But we should make sure that they are dust free. This is very important because time to time we should spend in cleaning them, in taking the dust from the photos. If we don't do that, then we will fall into aparadh. So generally today's class is about you should have enthusiasm in serving the Supreme Lord, whether it is in the house or whether it is in the devotee's house, whether it is in the temple or whether it is in your relative's house. You should be enthusiastic in cooking, cleaning, cutting vegetables, and making some dishes for the devotees, offering, making rangoli, making garlands. You should be enthusiastic in doing service. That keeps you away from all mental worries. Then you have enthusiasm in chanting. Then you will have some spirit, high spirit, high spirit. Okay. So, my dear girls, nowadays modern life is that makes us lazy, that makes us away from physical work. But being devotees, we will try to keep our body engaged in different services. That's what I'm suggesting you all. As much as possible, please engage yourself in uh, in cleaning, cooking, uh, other services as much as possible, because later age you will become such a person that you even feel that I cannot walk now. So making different dishes, so inviting devotees to your house, feeding them is a very good service, very good service. I do always, throughout my life, I invited devotees, fed them nicely, continuing now also. But due to more classes now, I am bit avoiding. But now, so my dear girls, please engage yourself in different services, whichever keeps you, that keeps your mind in engagement. But rather, if you see the modern gadgets, watching something in the YouTube, I do watch something in the YouTube, or like you hear lectures and see some dishes, but that is a side thing. When I cook, I hear. I don't spend my time in exclusively watching YouTube, because that makes you physically dull. That I do only when I do some other service also. When I make garlands, I do garlands every day. When I make garlands, That time I hear. When I cook, I hear lectures. So, like that, I engage myself completely, both mentally and physically. When you engage yourself both mentally and physically, you will be fit. You will be a capable person and you will not have worries. The mind, the nature of the mind is that disturbs you day and night. How we can conquer the mind is by engaging ourselves in physical tiring work. So I have seen that, when you do the yoga also, when you do yoga also, um, you do that yoga and then you forget some things in your mind for that time being. So if you keep your mind shut by any means, because mind is the worst disturbing element. Mind is the very bad enemy within us. We think that we have enemies in different, like, maybe friend, sister, sister-in-law, mother, mother-in-law, relative. So many, we feel that this is my enemy, that is my enemy. Enemy is mainly in the mind only. Our own mind is the enemy of us. So the mind dictates. The mind pushes us towards speculation, pushes us towards uh, unwanted things, illogical thinking. So that's why the Vedic system suggested that the women should get married early because after certain ages they will not bend down. They will not be under control. They will not listen simply. Even if we tell something good, they don't understand. They don't understand. That's the reason because after 30, women become middle age. And in middle age, she will not be under control. Before, maximum before 25. Before 20 is ideal. Before 25 is also a little bit later. 30 is also okay, but above 30, it's very difficult to bring a woman under control because they don't bend down. They don't. They cannot because everything is fixed now. The personality is fixed. So they will not learn anything. That's why the Vedic system says that early marriage is good for women because then, they will be submissive. Now, I see all these things in the modern society that they don't take good points. They don't listen and they get offended. They don't. They are rebellious. They just their mind doesn't allow them. Their false ego developed in such a way that they don't take anything good. Finished. I have seen many girls like that. Even if I try to like I arranged marriage for a 40-year-old woman. 40 years. She was 40 years. She couldn't survive the marriage because adjustment. She cannot adjust year after from life in life. Same language. It's not that I arranged her marriage in a different language. Same language, but she couldn't manage. She couldn't survive. Because that much the mind has designed her life. Oh no, this I don't like, that I don't like. I want life like this. So devotees should not be like that. We should not be like that. We should understand what is my duty, what is good for me. That's why we conduct all these classes. What is good for you? It looks menial, like, many devotees feel that, washing dishes, brooming, cleaning, it's menial work. One Mataji told that she is a preacher. Yeah, I'm not preacher. She is a teacher in institute. ISKCON also has different institutes, and they keep devotee teachers, both Prabhus and Matajis. They teach online and live also. So she became a teacher in these institutes. And when I said I'm doing garlands, I do rangoli. Yeah. Because those who cannot become intellectual, they have to become They have to do such services. She was telling. She may not know that, I am both. I am both. I do intellectual services also. I do menial services also. My secret is this, my dear girls. Menial services help you to remain a good devotee. Like many want to sit on the Vyasasana and give class. That is to have name and fame and all these things. But if you do menial services, that is very good internally. Internally, I'm saying this. If you understand this, this is the secret. So we need to do menial service. Menial service will make us humble. Will understand. We will understand that I'm not great. I am not a super. If you appear in Mayapur TV or if you give classes, then you have a. You have Bhakti Sastri degree. If you have Bhakti Vaibhav degree and you have completed this, you are intellectual. Intellectual is good, but ultimately we all have to end up in service, devotional service. We have to do, even in Vaikunta we have to do service. Radharani is cooking for Krishna. They are not there. We are not going to give class. So if we understand that these services will help me to destroy the false ego, take out the deep rooted false ego within me, that should be removed, and then I'll become all right. So wherever I go, for your kind information, I prefer to do menial services. My meditation is also like that. If somebody gives me wash the plates, I will happily do it rather to give a class. Washing plates is easy for me. So in one country, we lived in France for some years. So from there, my husband took me to one summer camp in Sweden. And the devotees, they don't know I am a preacher, I do nothing. So one Mataji told me, there is a area where the devotees come and wash the eating plates. That area was very, very dirty. Very dirty. Then she said, why don't you clean it? If we tell this to some new devotees, they feel offended. They feel offended. Some devotees who attend my class, they called me and told that their mentor made them to wash dishes and do all these menial services. Then I told, after I'm supposed to be a senior devotee, but I went to one temple and they gave me menial services of washing the wash area. If somebody would have been, they would have refused to do that, but I did it. I did it. You should not have any false ego. If you tell you wash the toilets, I will happily wash the toilet. So those young devotees, the new devotees, they couldn't understand. It is for our benefit. Even in Gurukul, anywhere, if you want to advance spiritually, the first thing they do is make you to do menial services. Menial services. You become their menial servant, and then slowly they will teach you the secrets of devotion. Personally, I don't engage anybody in menial service unless they want to do, because being a preacher, being a guide, if I do, some may get offended. That's why I don't. The girls who come and stay with me, girls who take training from me, those who want to be here with me, I don't engage them in. If they voluntarily do, I allow them. Otherwise, I don't allow them. But I teach in classes that this will help you. This will definitely help you. That's what we read in Bhagavad Gita, Tat Vidhi Pranipatena, Pariprashnena Sevaya, Upadekshyanti Te Jnana, Jnaninas Tattva Darshana. You approach a spiritual master, there what you have to do? In a humble way, you have to do menial service. When you do menial service, the spiritual master will be pleased, and then he will give you the secrets of bhakti. He will, he will reveal you the secret. So, if you want to advance in spiritual life, doing all this household chores help you to advance in spiritual life also, help you to physically fit also. You please try and understand. Try and understand. And within our heart, Krishna is there, and he will see that, oh, this person is working very hard, very hard, very nice. He will be happy. Krishna will be pleased when you serve nicely wherever you go. Wherever I go, I don't have any false ego. If I go to some devotee's house, I look for service. Okay, I will do this. I do some service so that I will be helpful to them. So this attitude we all should develop, and you are all young ladies, young girls. So you should be ready with enthusiasm, ready to serve. That helps you spiritually, mentally, holistically, you will be benefited to have such a simple heart. This should be simple heart. There should not be any complications. Thinking this service is better, that service is not better. All services you can please the Supreme Lord. By doing all service, Krishna is there everywhere, and he will see, okay. And the benefits also I told. The mental work for, especially for women. Like, I said, CEO, becoming a CEO of some company and doing targets. You can earn money, but no peace. No peace. I have one devotee, not completely under my guidance. She's a very good person. But she wants to take care of the house, son, husband, cook nicely, but she has no time. I kept on telling her, money is secondary. You have everything at home. Why do you go for job? And leave the home. You be a mother. You cook nicely. You take care of your son and husband. Whatever you have is no. She is not peaceful, and she has time to chant in the midnight. Our life should never be like that. Our life should never be like that. She wants to become a devotee. That means you are a devotee. She took initiation also. So in that case, your priority should be house and devotional life. This financial part, the mental work, you have to leave it. Like that, I can give unlimited examples who don't have peace. Peace of mind is very important, because the rat race is very high in the modern world. They make you sick. They make you sick. So better, I would prefer, let me live a simple life. If I don't have enough, like, even if you have 4 saris, you should be satisfied. Okay, I have 4 saris. This is enough. This is enough. But most, even my maid servant is having unlimited saris. So we all get saris. I don't know from where we get saris. We get most of the things we need. Then why we should break our head by doing all these things? So simple mind is always helpful. Simple mind like a child. Chant your rounds, cook nicely, take care of your family, remain peaceful. Okay, I have seen some devotees, some devotee girls. They have become devotees. They got married. They became housewives also. Very nice. But later they realized, oh, I don't have any value because I am qualified. So I need to have, oh, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm this, I'm that I want that. So after some time, they started their career. I got a bit upset. When you have Bhagavatam to read, when you have Chaitanya Charitamritham to read, when you have the big family to take care, why you enter into career again? After becoming a devotee, after taking initiation, back, climbed up and came down also. So, my dear devotees, we focus on what is important to us. So, for that only it is said that, I was explaining about the Gurukul. So in Gurukul, the deity worship and the learning mantras are not given in the beginning. The first thing they do is they remove your false ego. Because once somebody become, pujari or big position, they develop a high level of, oh, I am great devotee. So to destroy that, in the beginning, they give you only menial services, washing pots, washing the toilets, brooming. So these are the services given to the boys in the beginning. And once they become really, really good in that, very enthusiastically do it as a service, then they give them promotion. Simultaneously, they slowly introduce the mantra learning, mridanga learning, just small things. Gradually they grow. Then they are promoted. Then they are promoted to do deity worship and things. So that is awarded. Then they don't have the false ego. I'm great. I'm going into the Narsimha altar. So I'm such a great person. No, they don't have. But sometimes they have. Most of the time, the one who gradually improves themselves, they don't have. Generally it is like then generally it should be like that, but the higher services definitely gives a kind of ahankar. So to throw that ahankar at any age, women should be ready to do household chores. That ahankar will not develop. Hmm? So okay, so I'm done. As much as possible I have done. I have told you that menial services, household chores are kept for us to keep our health fit. But we have to revive. We have to go back to our Indian cultural roots and take up all those things if possible, or at least in a modern way, do your household chores. In a modern way, also some are not ready to do. So at least through modern ways, you cook, you clean, you do physical work. Hare Krishna. So, any doubts?
Pranam Mataji. Mataji, how should we balance household work and other activities? For example, reading, or if we want to go um, for programs, because I find myself sometimes, okay, there is program in the body's house or some activity, preaching activity in which I could go with other Matajis, but at the same time, I think the toilet is not clean. So if I'm tired or lazy, then I will prefer to go to maybe the body's program. But then,
The
yeah, it's
household chores,
important also
no,
clean
but
cleanliness.
regularly. See, every day cannot be program. Household, see, every day some VIPs are not coming to Mayapur. In my case, every day programs are there, but I am selective. I am selective. So that I can do household chores also. In sometimes, if it is really dirty, then I cancel something and then I do the cleaning program. So priority, you prioritize. You regularly keep it clean, then it will be clean. You can go for house programs.
Yeah, that was something I struggled with. I don't know how to
Or you do first.
prioritize.
No, I have seen some girls very
Oh,
slow, very slow.
oh yeah.
Wearing a
Okay.
sari very slow. Getting dressed up very slow. Going to bathroom very slow. You have to fast, make it fast. Keep your health nicely so that you can cover up everything.
Yes, Mataji.
You make it. I have seen some they are like if I tell come around 7 o'clock, they will come at 10 when everything is there.
Mm, mm,
So some people, some devotees, I call them for prasadam. When yeah, maybe 10 devotees I invited. That few devotees, no. When you complete everything, then they come and stand. Okay, you sit and eat and go. Hmm. So we devotees should be little bit speed also. You keep some, you speed up. You have energy. And you keep your health nicely. Don't go to allopathic medicine for anything and everything unless it is emergency. Learn some home remedies. Learn home remedies.
yes, Mataji.
Don't go
Mataji,
for allopathic medicine
uh,
always.
mm,
I have seen all girls. Headache, put put one tablet. Stomachache, put one tablet. You take rest, it will be all right. For small things, if you go and take tablets, your health is going to deteriorate.
mm,
Take rest, problem will be solved. Don't eat, problem will be solved. If you are sick,
mm,
don't eat, Prabhupada says. If you are sick, don't eat.
mm.
Without fast, then, drink only water, don't get dehydrated, take enough rest, you will be all right. I have seen that most of the girls, they go to allopathy, take tablets for headache, stomachache, all ache, then, one time the body will not react only. So go for natural remedies, do some yoga and exercise. All these household chores are exercise. It's fitting. You do don't use the mop stick. You use the uh, sit and wipe the floor. All this Gujarati. When I was in Gujarat, I have seen that Gujarati girls are well trained in household chores. But now I don't know because I was there 20 years before, 25 years before. So now I don't know. The Gujarati culture is that the girls are well trained.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, regarding, as you were saying, allopathic and taking tablets, recently I went to the doctor and I had blood tests and I have my iron levels are low. So they said I could take some tablets with iron. So my question is, if I should take those daily, they said I should take for four
But what
months,
I
or
would
I should,
suggest is you found out that iron level is less.
yeah. So,
Then why don't you go naturally? No, increase the
mm,
iron. You can take dates.
mm-hmm,
You
yeah.
can date. You can find out which food will naturally increase your iron.
Okay, Mataji. So there is no need for these tablets then because
You go for
they give
you
you.
go for diagnosis and find out what is wrong in your body, and then naturally you cure it.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, thank you,
For
Mataji.
marriage, girls does work, and after marriage also they continue with permission of in-laws and husband permission. Will that be wrong? And if girl doesn't go for job, she does household works. But maybe after 2 years, girls feel to do job. What could be the reason? And now not to have the feeling that women are less valued or household works are higher than job doing outside. Yes, this is what one young girl in my group, in my Tamil preaching, she was average qualified and all her relatives are working and the ladies are working. She has two kids and she's not working and she felt very inferior. And then I told her that, being a devotee is the greatest achievement you are doing. If not necessary, please don't go. And don't feel that, being a mother, raising a children nicely and becoming a good devotee is the greatest achievement in the ever world. Imagine that one lady went to space and spent so much time there. How do you appreciate it? I don't appreciate it. Do you appreciate it? Being with some men in the space. No, she's explaining this and that. Sunita Williams. What is the fame in that? Better remain a simple housewife or grandmother. She's of grandmother's age and guide the children. And that is more greater than going to space and becoming famous. Becoming famous. So this way, women is satisfied. You lead a peaceful. Imagine how much tension she would have attained there. Life or death, all these things. Why? Remain a simple housewife under a husband, nice husband, and live happy, peaceful life. Even for non-devotees, I'm telling. For devotees, we have spiritual life. We have to achieve. We have to chant and then read and achieve Krishna Prem. That is there. That is the greatest achievement, right? No. So now, this Mataji raised her hand. We'll go to her question. Yes, Arendar.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, दंडोत प्रणाम माता जी।
Sir,
मेरा
yeah.
मेरा एक सवाल है माता जी।
हाँ, पूछिए।
माता जी, जैसे मैं तो अभी न्यू मैरिड हूँ,
हाँ,
तो माता जी आजकल जैसे जो लड़कियां हैं, जैसे मेरी वाइफ है, वो इन लोगों का प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये बच्चे को पैदा करने को लेके डर रही है, इनके अंदर डर है,
हाँ।
हम रेडी नहीं है, हमें डर है कुछ
हम्म,
हो जाएगा।
हम्म।
तो मेरा सवाल ये है कि क्या बच्चे पैदा करना जरूरी है कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में? और फिर दूसरा ये भी है कि क्या बच्चे पैदा करने से क्या मतलब इम्पोर्टेंट है इतना? अगर कोई डर रहा है इस चीज को लेके, इतना इम्पोर्टेंट है बच्चे पैदा करना?
Of course, Mataji, इस क्लास में so I will explain your question in English because it is a English class. Um, and I explain both in both Hindi and English. This Mataji is asking that nowadays the girls are very scared to produce children. Is this that important to produce? Definitely, it is important. In the class itself, I told that you have to produce 5 children, more children, as much as possible, because the producing more devotee children is a great service. Great service. The devotees who want to come back, who didn't achieve their perfection, they have to come back to the material world. Only they can take birth in devotee's house. So we should be happy to produce the children. That is our prime duty. No, women are meant to produce children. Our body is made for that. Right? No, we have breast for feeding the child. We have our body designed to produce children. Then डरना किसके लिए? Why should somebody fear? Why should, because that should be see, generally if you make a test for small girls, if you see, they all have some doll in their hands and they play with the dolls. Why? Have you seen? All ladies, you might have also. I also have small doll, or I. In fact, girls, grown-up girls should take care of their younger brothers, younger sisters, or neighboring babies. They are trained girls. I was always with some child, that was, I remember till today, because I'm fond of children and I always have children around me. I teach them, I care them, I take care of them. So the mothers are very happy. You come, you please help us. So that should be the girls from the beginning. I don't know the modern mentality. If you see the cinema stars, they feel that if I produce children, then my breast will go down. So I don't want to produce children. But the nature of women is to produce children and to love children. माता जी आपको हिंदी में समझाती हूँ। ये जो बच्चा प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए डरने वाला बात, ये मॉडर्न कॉन्सेप्ट है। बच्चा पैदा करने के लिए ही लेडीज का शरीर बनाया हुआ है, तो डरना किसके लिए? उसी से उसका पूर्णता मिलेगा, है ना माता जी? आप समझ रहे हैं? अरेंद्र माता जी जो सवाल पूछे, आप
जी
जवाब
जी
दीजिए।
माता जी, जी
आप
माता जी।
समझ गए हैं ना? इसी के
हाँ
लिए हमारा शरीर है ना। हाँ।
जी माता जी।
ये इसको हम उत्साह उत्साह से, वी शुड टेक इट विथ enthusiasm. You should love to have children. And I was crying like anything when I have no children in my marriage. I got a child very late, very late. I was crying like anything. But finally, because it was not there in my fate, finally I had one son, very nice son. After a long married life, I produced one baby. So women should love to have children. Okay, that is our natural inclination should be, but because of the modern things, they don't want children. Okay, we will see one many Matajis have raised question. You'll see in the chat box, lots of questions are there. So again, coming back to the working ladies, if they before marriage they work, and after marriage, if they have the permission of mother-in-law and father-in-law, if they now the question of not permission, the question is that if you are fully dedicated devotee and housewife, there is no time for doing outside job, right? Yes, no? If you are doing a full-time spiritual life and household course, where we have time to do a job, paid jobs, we don't have. Will that be wrong? See, my question is, uh, you can manage the household course, a devotional course, and still you want, what is the purpose of going out and work? You don't need, you don't have money, then you go work. If you have enough money, be satisfied in that, and take care of the family. Now why do you want to have more headaches? Women going out, lots of problems are there, which we will discuss in another class. She does household works, maybe after 2 years she feels, yeah, that's what I explained in this class, that less valued. The society is valuing that unless you are a Sunita William, you have no value. But we devotees should be satisfied with the spiritual attainments and the family duties. I explained this same thing with my counseling. She was feeling our relatives are earning money and they have more respect. Even I have seen that mother-in-laws, if the daughter-in-law is earning so much money, she's happy to serve the daughter-in-law. Oh, you give me money, you serve, I will serve you by cooking, cleaning, all these things. Some mother-in-laws are like that. But that is not good. Being a devotee, you should not allow your daughter-in-law to go out like an ass, go in the morning, come in the evening. Then where is the time for chanting? Where is the time for satsang? Where is the time for hearing classes? Then you become tired, your mind is becoming tired, tension, and body is tired, mind is tired. Where you have freshness to do anything? If you have enough money, I would suggest you be at home and have a satisfied life with whatever you have. But if you don't have money, you have to struggle. That also, if some women, they don't have money, but they can do some services like which like they can do some work from home things, so that their struggle is less. They can do some stitching services or some household business, which will not affect them so much when we go out and proper job, going in the morning at 7 o'clock, coming in the evening 7 o'clock. No life. No life. Persons, devotees in Bombay, they chant in the local train. They read when they come back. There will not be energy, no. So, if money is not very much needed, if you have enough money, then you don't go. Some Matajis, I tell that you go because the husband is not supporting. They have financial crisis. They don't have enough money. There, I suggest you balance and go for a job. Okay. So, any more questions? Any doubts in this class? So, all are convinced that physical work make us mentally fit, and we can lead a peaceful life by doing all menial services. Yes. Can you clarify, does woman has varna? Yeah. You asked this question, Anusha. And no varna for women, as like, if women is a wife of a Kshatriya, then she is considered as Kshatriya. Women is a Brahmin's wife, then she is considered as Brahmin. If Shudrani, and Vaishya. So that way she is identified generally. But in spiritual life, she is above all varnas. If you are a Vaishnavi, you are above varna. Generally, women are considered as Shudras. We see in Bhagavad Gita verse, no? Vaishya tada Shudras, te api yantim paramgati. Women and low class people can also attain the paramgati, highest perfection. Generally, women are considered as Shudras. But next consideration is that if the woman's husband is a Kshatriya, then she is Kshatriya. Women's husband is a Brahmana and Vaishya, like that. But we are all devotees. We are above these varnas. If you become a very good devotee, and then you are a Vaishnavi. There is no varna and varna thing coming to us. Are you satisfied? Yes, Varshini.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Mataji, I want to ask if we have enough, our family has enough money to sustain and everything, but parents from beginning onwards, they're training us for a job from starting onwards in our life. So now if we say that we are not that much interested in job, and they plan also finances and all in that way only. For marriage or buying houses and all. So as women, we understand now that bhakti is more important. But again, sometimes we feel that okay, for some time we need to do. So we will do in such a way that if they want to buy a house, we want to see that somewhere near devotee communities we can suggest our parents, and in that way, if we actively participate slowly, we can give them little association, even if they don't take a completely Krishna consciousness, at least little.
Correct. You are correct.
But again,
Yeah. This way, finance is needed. But I don't know. After marriage, you can convince your husband, like, better I be at home and become a devotee. I don't need many great material things. I want to focus more on devotional service. Even if I have seen one house here, one house there, one house in Vrindavan, one house in Mayapur, one house in Srirangam, one house in here, there. Not that. Not that way. I have seen they keep on buying, devotees also. Keep on having land here, land there. Okay. They have money, they can do it. Okay. But if we don't have money, we can focus from anywhere also. Anywhere also. But before marriage, the parents' expectation is that you go for job. This is 99 parents, 99% parents are like this. I accept. Because when you are with parents, half the work, maybe 75% of work they do. So because if the parents are not devotees, they will not understand all these concepts. So you go for work. But once you get married to a devotee or to a non-devotee, you humbly convince them that being at home, you are a big wealth, big asset to the family, Yeah. You cook nicely, which is, see, we are all living by eating, right? It- Food is very important part of our anybody's life. So that should be cooked by the wife, by the mother. And then it has love, it has devotion. So that's very important service. You try to convince that. The husband convincing you should be like that. When you come, I will be happily welcoming you. But I also take a handbag and, I become tired, you become tired. Who will feed us? So please understand that. I will not ask you a sophisticated house or something very hi-fi house. I can, be happy with simple thing. You're better, let me not work. So like that, you can convince your husband. Later the parents will also see that how successful devotees we are. Now, my mother, I was a professional psychologist before marriage. I was very successful also. And but by the mercy of my spiritual master, I remained fully as an housewife and serving the mission. My mother saw that a tremendous change in me, and she became also a devotee. And she understood that, being a housewife and a devotee is a great achievement my daughter has made. And she used to tell me that, your life should be a smooth flowing river. A river can flow through big mountains, and you can have a very harsh kind of river. But if you face, yes, a river peacefully, flows. I want a life for you like that. And she dreamt, she was in a dream like that only. And she had a different ambitions and things. Then I want to do something for the society. That was the internal motivation. From the beginning, I was socially oriented so much. So that's why the subject was also psychology, and I was handling people, helping people in different issues. And then, by taking up devotional service, I became a very good person in helping the society also, in serving the mission. My mother became very satisfied. Yes, she is balancing the household chores, cooking, cleaning, and also doing services, devotional service. She then once, she even cried after attending my class over the phone that, I'm very proud of you. I was so modern. I wanted you to be modern. But, by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, your life is now spiritual and blissful. This is what we have to achieve. Internal peace. That I achieved by remaining a housewife. So, my dear girls, that you cannot achieve in working place. Yeah, you may get more money, but no peace. If you can easily earn money and maintain your things, I will appreciate. Okay, easy money is not there in the world. Can you easily get 1 lakh, 2 lakhs easily in the house by doing simple things? Not possible. Not possible. There, stress is there, strain is there. Am I right? So somebody is asked one more question. I will go to the question. Anusha only is asking. While doing service also, we feel some services relishing than others. From where does that feeling come? So each individual is different. We have individual differences. So accordingly, we have to choose our services. So all services are good, but we have womanly services, right? Rangoli, garland making, and cooking, cleaning. All these things are womanly services. So you choose. Oh, is this connected to Varna? I'm asking. So yeah, maybe yes. It is because women are Shudra Varna only generally. But when you become a Vaishnava, you have connection with Paramatma, and Paramatma motivates you towards certain services. I have seen some Matajis extraordinarily great in designing and making the outfits for the Supreme Lord. I am zero in that. I'm zero. But I am very good counselor. You bring any couple with full fighting, I can convince them to rejoin. I can convince them to not to have fights. I have solved many household problems between husband and wife. I am a good speaker. So that way I am using that, and I am also interested in that. But simultaneously, whenever I get opportunity to do any physical work, I love to do it. I do it. Now, because of my age, I have health issues, and I'm not doing much of physical work, but I should not be a bad example to you all. I would suggest that you all should do physical work, which will help you in all the way. I did when I was young, when I was 25 to 45. I was even before 5 years, I was in my full swing doing all the physical works. But now this problem arose because I am solving many mental problems of devotees also. This also is there. Some one Mataji in a group, in a Mataji satsang, she told her, you have health issues because you are taking the mental problems of others. That is also true. My husband is little bit upset with me because I take the other people's tensions into my head, which is affecting my health, which I should not do. But now I am into that and I want to help devotees. So I'm praying to the Supreme Lord that I get more strength and more physical health to serve more devotees. Because when you counsel, when you take up mental work, yeah, I'm doing mental work, which this class is against mental work. But over a period, I'm into this. I'm not getting into this deeply. So my advice is, if you can, take up other service and keep fit, that is good. According to your Varna, here Varna doesn't come, Once you become a devotee, your according to your karma and other things, it's a holistic thing. It is a holistic thing, and then you get interest in some service. Are you satisfied, Anusha? Anusha. Surely you will do, Mataji. You are very inspiring. Yeah, fine. Thank you all. So, nice questions you asked. Thank you very much. This will help a lot of devotees who hear offline also. We will come up with a nice topic next week. If you have any topics also, you can suggest me. We can discuss them. Vancha kalpadarubhasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.